All right, we are sitting here poolside with Patton Oswalt, the star of the Sundance film Big Fan. How are you, Patton?
I'm very good. I'm very pressed out, but very happy.
Pressed out? What do you mean by pressed out?
It's doing a lot of press and have been pushed past the point.
Of all the press, are we the ones you're most excited about talking to right now?
Yeah, I put in a request with my PR people, get me the Trib, and I've been sending that text every 10 minutes since Thursday morning. So, persistence, you see it pays off.
Because here we are. Thank you, and we appreciate it. Can you tell us a little bit about the film?
It's a really, really well written, really well directed. Hopefully people think it's a well acted movie where I play a kind of obsessed New York Giants sports fan whose favorite player beats him up, and then I kind of descend into insanity and then have but there's very weird, ugly redemption at the end that I think people will like.
Have you had any experience at getting your ass kicked previously?
When I was very, very young, but I never had my ass kicked at the hands of experts. It was always other little kids, amateurs, and they never gave me the kind of ass kicking that splits your soul and makes you a great writer. They just gave me the kind of ass kicking that just makes you grow up and be kind of annoying.
Now, as you read the synopsis for this film, and knowing that you're a stand-up comedian, one would assume that this is a comedy, but it is not, correct?
No, this is very much like one of those gritty early 70s dramas, so I hope that people that come aren't thinking, oh, we're going to go see Patton and just laugh, because you're not going to laugh. But you'll be very entertained and intrigued and fascinated. Might not be laughing that much. There's a lot of humor in it, but it's more people reacting to me.
Now, you did a kind of dramatic role in Magnolia, and primarily you're known as a stand-up comedian, and of course Ratatouille. How do you find that transition between being a dramatic actor and a comedic actor? Is there a difference for you?
Yeah, I mean, I try to approach each thing like it's its own, rather than reference it off of something that I've done earlier. I just make it like, okay, what's this project? And although I got to say, comedic acting is way harder because you have to find a way to realistically get a laugh without seeming needy or desperate. And the dramatic acting is more exhausting, just because I don't have my regular tricks to rely on, I guess. So it had to come more from a real place.
Did director Robert Siegel ever have to restrain you or pull you back? Did you start sort of going off?
No, I thought the script was really, really good, and combined with my lack of any kind of sports knowledge, it wasn't that easy for me to riff. So luckily, I really wanted to respect the way he wrote it and really kind of do it justice. So I concentrated more on that for this one.
Last night was the premiere, correct? And how did that go for you?
It was very nerve-wracking, but it was fun, and I think it ended up being more fun and happy for me because I just knew all the work that Robert had put into it and the rest of the cast, and was just really, really, happy that it was working out for them. Very excited.
If I could just change channels for just a moment. Ratatouille, I have two girls. It's our favorite movie. And so they just adore you. I was wondering what it was like working with Brad Bird on that film.
That was, I wish I could say it was a dream come true, but because I never would have dreamed that would have happened, that I would have been the lead in an animated movie by Brad Bird. But getting to be around someone who's that, into quality and just the little details that don't seem important but make a difference later, and putting yourself in the hands of someone like that really has a vision, it affected what I do in a very good way. So I was glad that I had that experience.